co-founder and CEO of MyFlow, Amanda. Today I'm here to talk to you about something that half of you, well, most of you, don't talk or think about very often, the period. But first, I want to make sure it's relevant to you. So raise your hand if you've met a woman. Excellent. Okay, that'll do. I'd like to tell you a personal story. So it's January, just a few months ago, and I got into HAX. I'm feeling like kind of a big deal. I marched into my office just a few blocks from here to let everyone know that I'm moving to China to develop and manufacture a product that I believe in. Except unbeknownst to me, earlier that morning, my tampon had filled, and I was leaking through my corduroys. I'm a professional. I'm a grown woman. And yet, for 5 days a month, for 40 years of my life, I'm terrified of something like this happening. This story is so embarrassing that I almost didn't tell it today. But I decided I owed it to you, to myself, to my co-founders, and to virtually every woman you know, every woman you raise your hands for, because unfortunately my story is not unique. Virtually all of them have a period horror story to tell. We can't tell when our tampons are full. We can't see or feel it. So we are on the side of taking them out early, which not only leads to waste, but it's incredibly physically uncomfortable. We'll take that over uncertainty any day. Unfortunately, leakage and staining are not even remotely close to the only thing that we experience in what most cultures refer to as the curse every month, which leads to debilitating period anxiety, which also stems from a whole laundry list of problems, from sexual stigma to alienation to toxic shock syndrome, which is a bacterial infection that is caused by leaving your tampon in too long. Starting from launch, I'm going to obliterate all of these from the female narrative with MyFlow, the world's first tampon monitor. It consists of an app that tracks your saturation in real time via a Bluetooth-connected belt clip, which I'm wearing right now. It's very discreet. And our companion tampons. Let me walk you through the flow. This is our belt clip that is very discreet and small. You insert your tampon as normal, feed the string into the monitor. It then clips to your belt or underwear and it lights up to let you know it's connected, lets your app know via Bluetooth that saturation levels have been reached. As you see fit, you set the saturation level, the notification levels when you want to know, based on your busy life. When you're not using it, it gets stored on a keychain for easy use, so you're never left without it. You connect to your wearable one time. It records saturation both visually and quantitatively. It tracks the total time inside and predicts the time until removal. Also, it will track your data over time on both monthly and granular level and get smarter. Our algorithm gets smarter each month. So who is this for? 51% of the world menstruate at some point in our lifetimes. If we just hone in on those of us who are in our 20s and 30s and pretty tech savvy, that's 11 million women in the U.S. alone. 70% of us use tampons. It's the most ubiquitous tampon solution in the U.S. Out of the hundreds we've talked to just at MyFlow, over half are ready to stand in line tomorrow for something that'll help them prevent leakage. It's that big of a problem. And a whopping 82% want to buy something that'll help them prevent toxic shock syndrome and other menstrual-related illnesses. The feminine hygiene industry is already a $15 billion market. So what are we going to do? We have a subscription model, much like the really wildly successful Dollar Shave Club and Birchbox, except most women who we talk to also will consent to having their data aggregated to our server. So reinforcements will arrive right on time every month. Our wearable will be a one-time purchase, which is $49, because although, if you've heard recently in the news, tampons are taxed as luxury items, we're not okay with that. We know that this is every woman's problem, so we want everyone to be able to afford this. It's a one-time purchase and the battery lasts years. We're also creating our own proprietary tampons, whereas they're now an $8 to $9 a month purchase. Ours are going to cost a couple dollars more, which will create a recurring revenue stream. That leaves us at a lifetime value for about 10 years for $1,700 per user. Version 2 will have even more health testing, such as other bacterial infections and STIs and yeast infections. We have a team that spans everything from electrical engineering to outreach to marketing, and we want to bring this to the millions of women that not only deserve it, but want it. Not to mention that we see a lot of things as expansions of our team. Things the media called, this past year, the year of the period. And that's because solutions from sustainable underwear to smart menstrual cups to monthly care packages are sprouting up. Just last month in the New York Times and last month's cover of Newsweek. It's not a matter of whether the train's coming. It's really whether you want to get on it with us. So, had I had this product in January, I wouldn't have experienced that telltale shame. And I don't want any woman to experience it ever again. So while we will continue to menstruate, we will obliterate the curse as we know it. Thanks.